sister of the bride, well, one of the many, I want to start by saying a huge thanks to all you Mitchells, Barrons, grannies, aunties, friends, families, and the rest of you in between for being with us today to celebrate the long-awaited marriage of our lovely May and Luke. And when I say long-awaited, well, that's a bit of an understatement. 10 years it took Luke to finally put a ring on it, as they say. Maybe on that fateful day, on October 25th, 2013, Luke woke up, looked in the mirror and realised he wasn't getting any younger. That mop he kept in his head was starting to hide grey hairs and a receding hairline. And his career aspiration as Hugh Grant's acting double was just a distant dream. Or maybe Luke just realised what he'd known and what we've all known for years. That no one on this earth could be better suited to him than our beautiful May. And no two people could complete each other better as a Mr. and Mrs. than the pair of them. May and Luke, like Bonnie and Clyde, Franco and Diego, gin and tonic, it just rolls off the tongue. And down May's throat in vast quantities in the case of gin and tonic, as any of her Barcelona hens can vouch for after that night at the W. So Luke, thanks for finally sealing the deal and bringing us all here together today. And to all of you guys, the fabulous friends and families of our newlyweds, I thank you too. For you would have all played a part in making today happen through your love and support towards them. It is, after all, our friends and family who make us who we are today and who teach us what really matters in life. Love, patience, kindness, and above all, in some cases, football. As I'm sure May will agree, thinking of those icy cold Sunday mornings, standing at the edge of a pitch, shivering through gritted teeth, genuinely trying to shout words of encouragement to a bunch of 10-year-olds kicking ball around, but really, deep down, wishing she was back with her duvet, a cup of tea, and Nigella on TV. But that's May for you. And I just can't tell you how much happiness having her as a sister brings to my life. And I speak for Jane, Hetty, Joy and Rosie too. And now, how happy we are to finally call Luke our brother-in-law. As I know he's just thrilled to officially But Luke, you may be changing her name and making her your wife. But to us girls, she will always remain our sweet little May. And sweet little May, she really was. You've all seen that photo on the invite, so you know what I mean. And talking of photos, I spent a rather hysterical afternoon not long ago, looking back through old photos of us as kids. Some seriously questionable outfits and haircuts going on, definitely pre-Zara days. Now, fortunately for May, I won't be sharing any today, more so as I'll be digging my own grave. But amongst those unforgivable snaps of what looked like a gone wrong photo shoot of the Von Trapp family, there was our gorgeous little May, striking a pose in every photo, huge cheesy grin plastered across her face, and what resembled a bird's nest or mountain of worms attached to her head. She really was adorable. But looks can be deceiving, and this little May certainly had a bite to her. Quite literally, as I came to discover firsthand in the early years of my childhood, when totally unprovoked, sweet little May actually bit me on my arm so viciously she drew blood. Now, to add insult to injury, she did then console her little sister, but no, she went and brushed her teeth. Leaving me not only scarred with teeth marks, but also the concern that the reading must taste pretty bad. So Fortunately, her fighting habits subsided, and as we all grew up together as sisters, May would continue to enchant, entertain, and educate us through her charm and her witticisms. Although I'm not sure some of May's wit and wisdom could ever really pass as education. It was May's rather scientific theory, for instance, that if you slept in your front during the night, your boobs would go bigger. And so it was. This feisty, frizzy-haired May joined Dagwood School, where she would soon meet her match. In love, yes, but most importantly, in sheer volume of hair. At the tender age of 13, little May and Luke developed a bit of a crush during the geography lesson they shared together. Now, I know it may come to a surprise to some of you that may study geography, as you may be aware of her somewhat rather limited geographical knowledge. Now, it was actually only last year, in fact, that May learned that the Himalayas were not, in fact, in the UK. True story. But we have Luke to blame for that, as she was clearly too busy flicking her curls across the classroom at this dashing young man to pay any attention to rock formations, although her knowledge of diamonds may prove otherwise. And so the young couple soon started.
Thanks, Zach.
And so our young couple soon started going out, as he did on those days. Back on those innocent and slightly nervous walks to school together, awkwardly holding hands. I'm sure Luke couldn't quite have ever imagined what he was getting himself in for by picking May as his girlfriend. Yet it was indeed on their very first walk to school together that May only went and tripped over, leaving Luke to catch her in his arms, true fairy tale style. Maybe this little mishap should have been a sign to Luke of the mayhem that our little May would soon cause his life. Or that 10 years later, Luke would be picking May up from the floor again. This time, their bathroom floor, on her 25th birthday. It was the middle of the night when Luke had got up to use the toilet, opened the unlocked bathroom door, and found his fiancée passed out on the floor in a gin-infused state. Stark naked, I might add. Now, fortunately, it was Luke that discovered May that night, and not his dad Jem, or little brother Charlie, who was staying over that night, and lay blissfully unaware, sleeping next door of the commotion that was going on in the bathroom. And so our childhood sweethearts grew up together, all aged at least, for it is questionable that a girl who still can't handle her drink, and a boy who still enjoys milk and cookies, will ever truly grow up. From boyfriend and girlfriend to husband and wife, they stuck by each other's sides along the paths that life laid out for them. But what was it about Luke that captivated our little May and turned her head over heels into the not so feisty, yet every bit still frizzy-haired May we know and love today? Why Luke? Now, I struggle as it was to come up with any plausible answer to that. I'm still not so sure about the boy myself. I did remember something May once said to me. In her own words, Luke brings out the best in me. Those words have always stuck by me since. Yet it's only on a day like today that I can fully and truly understand the power and the beauty of them. Because surely that's what it's all about. The purpose of any relationship or friendship, and especially marriage, to find someone who you don't just fall madly in love with and hope to God they fall in love with you back, but to find someone who completes you in such a way that they make you a better, the best version of you. find someone and fall in love with someone who brings out the best of you, as May has found in Luke. Because who else can you ever really aspire to be in life, if not the best version of you possible? Well, there may be one exception to that, and that's to aspire to be even just a little bit more like May. If more people were, then the world would surely be a much more happier and more beautiful place. May really is the most loveliest person I know. And I can say that without causing any sisterly rivalry, because it's the one thing we all agree on. She's one of those rare people in life that on meeting her, you're blown away by her loveliness. And you get to know her, and you see more of her, and you continue to love her even more, because she just seems to get nicer and nicer. And you're left thinking, how can anyone generally be that nice? Well, I think today answers that question. And the person who's mostly responsible for that beautiful smile of hers is sitting right next to her. So Luke, I know she may not be as affectionate as you might like, but for bringing out the best of May, for making May May, I thank you. And for her happiness, she radiates and shines in everything she says and does. And so in turn, our own happiness, on behalf of myself and my sisters, and all your friends and family that grace with her beauty, I can't thank you enough. And so if I can ask you please all to join me today in raising a glass to our newlyweds, to wish them both the lifetime of happiness together that they truly deserve, as the new and the fabulous Mr. and Mrs. Mitchell.
So funny, Mr. and Mrs. Mitchell all the time.